What up, guys? I'm back. Decided to come back with something a little bit different. I've been getting into vinyls recently, pretty intensely, I'd say. You know, but vinyls are hard to find. They're expensive, so you can only do as much as you can find and have money for, whatever. So thought I'd show you a little bit of my collection. A couple pieces I'm pretty fond of. So let's get started. I think I'm gonna start off with a couple 7-inchers I got. Big fan of those. I don't really know why. There's only a couple tracks on them, but I enjoy 7-inch vinyls. Just do. Alright, let's see. Started off strong with a good old Cattle Decapitation, Your Disposal 7-incher. Big fan of this band. Pretty sure this is just a single track from the Monolith of Inhumanity. Big fan of that album. Still probably my favorite work from them. I enjoy the new album, but either way, I love Monolith. But, so here it is. Alright. Got the back, got all the band members, and two of the tracks that are on here. It's nothing limited edition color-wise or anything, it's just a simple black. Nothing special. But it holds a nice place in my collection. If you don't know Cattle Decapitation, they're this title, vegan progressive grindcore band. Who comes up with this shit? There's so many genres, it's hard to keep up. And next, I don't know what to call these guys. They got a bit of a death metal influence and a classic thrash influence. I first threw it in, I was just like, what the fuck is this? I gave it another spin and just kind of got stuck. It's a split 7-inch from Wrath and Nunslaughter. I'm a big fan of Nunslaughter. Wrath, they're alright. But either way, it's a good album. Again, nothing special, just a track a piece. 2 tracks a piece, I'm sorry. Yeah. 2 tracks each. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it pretty well. And standard black vinyl. So what you got on here is, here, let me put that down. You have Wrath for one side, Nunslaughter on the other. Like I said, I'm becoming a big fan of Nunslaughter. I would love to see them, but I don't think they've ever actually toured here in the States, so we'll just have to wait and see. But that is that. And alright, come on. There we go. Ah. And this one's probably the most different out of my entire vinyl collection. I'm not much for black metal. I haven't been able to find myself really enjoying it, but this is one band that I've been getting into, and it's the only one I can say that I like of black metal. And this would be Dark Funeral. This is the 7-inch of Nail Them to the Cross. I'm a big fan of that track, honestly. This is the, like I said, only black metal band that I've ever been able to get into. Something about it, I'm open to it, just haven't been able to find the right bands besides this one. And even then, I only got the 7-incher from them. And here we go on the back, we got the band members. Everybody, the 2 tracks, Nailed Them to the Cross, and Jesus, Temple of Ahriman. Correct me if I'm wrong. This one is an actual beautiful color. I'm a big fan of colored vinyls, and this one is blue. Very, very beautiful. Blue. It's beautiful. Big fan of it. Dark Funeral. Alright. So that's that. Now it's time to get into the full-size 12-inchers, whatever you want to call them. I've heard so many different names, you know, 33 1/3 RPMs, 12-inch, full-size, 7-inchers I've heard, 7-inch, 45 RPMs. I don't understand it. Everybody has a different term for it, but I just go by the size of them, 7 and 12s. And to start off, again, we're going to start off with Cattle Decapitation. Let me see if I can get that in frame. There we go. This is the Anthropocene Extinction. I can't read these names. But either way, this is a limited edition. I don't know what it's limited to. Big fan of it. I got this as a birthday present, actually. So it is a gatefold. You got the band members over here. Oh, nope, there we go. There we go. On this side, nope, this side. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. We got the band members. Over here we got all the lyrics. And they're just interesting to read, if anything else. One thing I'm a big fan of is the coloring that they had for these vinyls. They have something completely different than anything I've ever seen. These things are absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just going to show you real quick. There we go. It's got the nice, see if I can get it in the right lighting here. Just, there we go, right about there. It's very blue with a nice gold center. It's absolutely gorgeous. I have never seen that color combination for any vinyls ever. And they were both like that, so no reason to pull out the second one. Dual LP, gatefold cover, Cattle Decapitation. Like I said, becoming a big fan of these guys. They've gotten me, they were kind of my gateway band for getting into a lot of, I don't want to say heavier, but I've gotten into different genres from them. I've gotten into a little bit of grind metal and a lot of slam metal because of these guys. They were my introduction, I should say. But, yeah. This next piece means a lot to me in my collection. It's something else. I'm very excited to have this. I picked it up back at the concert that I just saw them about a month or two ago. Really big fan of this piece. This is Rings of Saturn's new album, Lugal Kien. And really big fan of these guys. This one is also a gatefold cover. Just beautiful, beautiful artwork on the inside. They never cease to amaze me with their artwork. They go all out. Let's see, this one's just a single vinyl, but it is a limited edition colored, which you know I love. Let's see if I can pull this one out. Come on. And once again, the color is just popping. It is a splatter vinyl, and I don't think you can really see it so well. They have a color combination on here of lots of blues, a little bit of gold, purple, and reds. It's really not picking up too much. Kind of see it, but either way, it's a beautiful vinyl, beautiful sound. Very independent on their sound throughout the alien core genre, I guess you could say. Big fan of the guys. The guys themselves that are in the band, you know, Ian, Lucas, they change a lot of the members, so I remember those two because those are the main two, in all honesty. Awesome guys. I met them back at the concert. It was awesome, which is another reason that this piece is so much to me. I can't really see it too well, but we have some signatures right over here, up here and everything. See, this one right here I believe is Ian, Lucas, and their drummer, I forgot his name. I feel so terrible, but this is why it holds a dear piece in my heart. Awesome guys to talk to. They signed the vinyl. It's just beautiful to have them in my collection. And next we got something new I've been getting into. It's a little bit more on the heavy side, and if you're in that whole core is not metal debates, in all honesty guys, I think metal's metal. Let's just leave it at that. Everybody has a different taste, that's why there's different genres of metal. So let's leave it at that. But if you want to get into that, this is a tech death band. This one is Fallujah. This is not their most recent album, of course. This is the Harvest Wombs. Big fan of this album, especially the opening track. Just from the beginning, it gets you in this ambient feel. Just grabs your attention. It's just, this is new, this is different, I like it. And then it gets going, and then it just, on the just flip of a coin, it punches you in the face with some good, brutal breakdowns. It's just in your face. It's so good. This one right here is actually another gatefold cover. Beautiful artwork on this as well. Just absolutely gorgeous. I love what they're doing with their artwork. Single LP, also a limited edition color. I know there was a purple one out, just a solid purple, but I didn't want something like that. I wanted something a little bit more intricate than just a standard color. So what I got was the white and cherry mix, and it's just gorgeous. From one side to the other, it switches the color scheme. It's just, it really pops to you. It's amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this vinyl. It's a great, great band. All of these bands I have are great. What am I talking about? Really, guys. But if you want something to get a little bit more introduction to the heavier side than just from the core genres, because I've always found that, you know, based off that debate, death metal bands have always been just so much more brutal than a deathcore band. Still love my deathcore bands, of course, but tech death is a great way to get introduced to it. Great band. Next, we have a really good piece, and I'm huge fans of these guys. I'm just a great fan. Wearing the shirt right now, Thy Art Is Murder, with their newest album, Holy Wars. Great album. I've been enjoying it. I can't say it was better than the Hate album, though. In all honesty, that was a great album. It was flawless, to say the least, for what the message they were trying to put across was as simple as just hate. But either way, got a limited edition of this. Also a gatefold cover. Got the beautiful artwork right there. The child suicide bomber. Really impactful piece, honestly. I'm not trying to say this sarcastically. They really are trying to sell across that message of what they think about religion. They really get their point across, I'll tell you that, especially with this album. And this is a very different colored album, and I love it. Never do you see an actual gray and black splatter. It's more clear, but it has a gray tint to it. But either way, this one just, it's gorgeous. It just pops right at you. You can just see that splatter. It just gets right to you. Great album, great band. Big fans of the guys. I'm sad to hear that CJ had to leave for his own personal reasons, but you know what, you gotta respect his decision. He put his time in, and I'm glad to hear the band's gonna continue on, but I'm intrigued to see who's gonna be able to replace him, because he had some monumental vocals to just bring to the scene. So I'm open to the idea of the new guy, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to supply like CJ did. It would be awesome, though, if they could get their original vocalist back from their EP, Infinite Death. I would personally love to see that. He was another person that had some insane vocals. Not so much on the low, guttural side like CJ, but his high scream is just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, it feels like he's just tearing out his vocal cords just for this album. He's really putting across his emotion. I would love to see that, but they separated for reasons, of course. You know, he left the band for writing reasons. He wasn't going to be able to keep up with producing out the content. Personal reasons. I doubt it's true, but I heard he also had a drug addiction to cocaine, but to each his own. Do what makes you happy. So yeah. And for the next piece we got, I gotta say, I'm a fan of this album, but it is by far not their best work. Their debut album was their best work. And of course I am talking about Chelsea Grin with Ashes to Ashes. The album, I gotta say, when I first listened to it, I was not impressed. It is not their best work. They changed their genre almost from deathcore to gent, in all honesty. They had a lot of gent influences, a little bit of technical influence as well, but that's of course with the member changes and adding in Jason Richardson from Born of Osiris and All Shall Perish. He made a good point in the band. He did great. He's an excellent guitarist. But I do believe it was him that heavily influenced the guitar parts to switch to a more technical side. It sounded good with the EP, Evolve EP, but they took it to a whole new level with this, and for the most part I wasn't a fan. I still do enjoy the album now that I've taken the time to listen to it a lot more, but even then, there's just songs that I just can't get into. Any other album I could let play and play and play. This one, I find myself skipping tracks even on a vinyl. But either way, still decent work. I can't deny that. They've made a point across. And this is a gatefold cover with their beautiful artwork. Very intricate design. Dual LP with another splatter design. It's pretty popular in metal, I guess you could say. But actually, I stand corrected. This is marbled. I don't know if you're gonna be able to pick this. Oh yeah, it got it. It's a white with a gray, slightly black marble design across it. It's gorgeous. It's just all the way around. Dual LP. It's just, they know how to make a pretty vinyl, I'll give you that. So that was that. Like I said, not a big fan of that album. They've had better work, but Jason has left to pursue a solo career. So let's see where that goes. You know, he's got his intentions. I've heard the new song by them, Skin Deep. I don't remember off the top of my head. It sounded good. It still had a little bit of their technical influences, I guess you could say, but it's still getting across the point of bringing back the old Chelsea-Grin, which is what we all know and love, which is why we got to this point in the first place. Let's see how the album's going to come out. I don't know if they're going to come out with an EP, full length. Let's see. So, let's see. Alright, and this one is going to be probably the most different out of everything you've seen right now. I'm a huge fan of this album. I absolutely love it. Based off what you've seen, you may be surprised. And this is a picture disc. I do enjoy picture discs, but not as much as the standard limited edition colored vinyls. Yeah, the sound quality is a little bit lower, but in the end, they're still vinyls. It's still great. It's got that atmospheric, just ambient feel to it, just to listen to it. Drop the needle on the vinyl. It's just a great feel either way. And this is probably my favorite album of these guys, and I'm talking about A Day to Remember. With the For Those Who Have Heart album. It's a picture disc, of course, and what it has is the album cover. And on the back it has the guys, all the band members, and a couple other songs, or all the songs from the album. I'm actually a big fan of these guys. If I want to get a little bit of metal, even though they're categorized as pop punk, I find them a little bit more metalcore side, and I do enjoy these guys a lot. They're for my lighter side feels, and they just get to you, man. They just hit you in the heart, and I really do enjoy these guys quite a bit. So I believe that's going to be all for this. And if you have any questions, let me know. Leave them down in the comments. And I should be updating another vinyl video soon. But that's good. That's all, guys. So, see you next time.